Hi, I'm Gihan. Welcome to Gihan's Test Automation Lab. Today you will be learning Rest Assured with Cucumber. So let's get started. I have shared my screen and you can see I have opened IntelliJ and I'm going to create a project. I'm creating an event project. So this is my form file and I will add my dependencies. I will go to Maven repository and I will get TestNG first. I will get the latest version 7.5. Then I need Rest Assured. So I will take the latest one, copy the dependency and paste here. Then I will get the JSON path. Then I will get JSON simple for creating JSON objects. It's introduced by Google. So I will clean install my Maven project. So in under test folder, under Java folder, right click on it, new Java class. You can give any name for class name. Should be start from capital. And I'm using test annotations. Once you click on add test, it gets highlighted in red color. And you can see here I have import testng annotation.test. So before moving to Cucumber, I will do a simple get request and show how we do how to send request and how to get the response and how to accept the response. So I will use fake APIs. You can open Google and search for fake API and click on this link, click on request. Scroll down. Here you can see get request, post request, put request, patch request, and delete request. So I will use single user get one. So this is the URI. Just copy the URI. Since I'm using REST assured, I can use REST assured class dot get, since it's a get, and you can paste the URI there. You can assign it to a response, and I will import the response class, which is under REST assured. Here you can see I have imported, and you can remove this REST assured if you make it static here. And I'm putting the star mark to get all the methods which is inside the REST assured. You can see if I click on dot, you can see base URI, get, and delete. Here you can see patch, post, all the methods are there. You can, so I will put a star mark so I can remove this class name. And so here what happen is it will get the number ID number to user, and it will store on the response variable, and I will use soft asset. So here is the response. I will print my response using pretty print, and response dot get status code. Since it's returning a 200, you can hardcode 200, but it's not a good practice. You can create a Java class under main folder Java. Just right click Java and click on new Java class, status code. Under this public so likewise you can create, this is for post status code and this is for get. So this is for delete 204. So instead of hard coding, I will call my status code class dot OK, that means 200. So let's run the test. So you can see it's passing, and I need to assert first name and last name. So how do you do it? It's to assert first. Let's say I have get the response, and so I will use here JSON path in order to capture this first name. So you can copy this response, copy and go to Google and search JSON path finder. Yes, delete this and you can paste here and click on beautify, and under data you need to get the first name. So click on the first name, you will get the JSON path. Just copy this. This is the JSON path. Just copy that one and come to your screen. Here I have got the response into a response variable. So response dot JSON path, here JSON path, and I will get into a JSON path variable, JSON path, JSON path, JP is my JSON path variable. So then I will do a soft asset dot asset equal, and JP is my JSON path variable, and dot get, and I need to put the JSON path string, and I will paste that one here, comma, and what's the first name? You can keep a separate file to maintain your data. For the time being, I will hard code this one. It's a Janet, so you can copy this name and paste here. Likewise, you can do the last name also. And you can run it. So you can see the test has passed and assets also pass. For I'm purposely changing the name, last name and first name to a different name, and I will run the test to say whether it's failing. So you can see it's a fail, so it's a asset fail, and you can see here it's different, the actual and the expected. So this is how we do normally REST assured, but using Cucumber it's different. We are using given, when, then keywords in Cucumber. So I will create a new method here. Now I'm using get user using Cucumber. So since it's a get request, there's no request body. So it's we can use base URI, which is inside the REST assured class, equal, you can give the base URI inside. So let's see, this is our URI, just copy it, paste here, and I'm using given keyword. So given keyword is also inside REST assured class. Since here I put all, the given keyword also gets able to get the given keyword. Here you can see given keyword also, you can see here it's inside the REST assured class. So I will put star mark there, and given dot, since it's a get request, I will put get. So first of all, given you need to put the headers, if there's headers. So since normally in REST APIs we have access tokens and content type and accept JSON, application JSON. So on the headers you can put content type content dash type, comma, and so I have put all the headers. So since it's a get request, there's no body. If there is a post request, you have a body. So you need to put the body also under given. Since it's a get request, no body, so I'm not entering the body. Then after that, given when keyword is there, when dot I need to, since it's a get request, when dot get, and here you can put the get URI. So I will store in the base URI, I will store up to here. Now I will cut this part and paste it under here, and given then and then keyword dot status code. So status code we can get from our status code class dot OK, and you can assert, let's assume I need to assert first name and last name, so you need to use assert that method, and assert that dot body, and I will give the JSON path here. So I need to find the JSON path. So before that, before putting the assert, I will do a log all to get the response, so that I can assert easily. So this is the response I need to assert. Just copy it and paste it on the JSON path. Then after that, since I need the first name, just copy this JSON path, and here I can use assert that dot body, and here I can pass the JSON path here, and comma, I'm using equal to, so equal to is inside the Hamcrester class, so I need to import it. So on the imports, import org Hamcrest dot matches dot all. I will make it static. So here you can use equal to it's inside the Hamcrester class, so equal to, and you can put the first name, which is Janet. Likewise you can get the last name as well. So let's run it and see. So it's passing. So let's purposely change the name like previously and see whether it gets failing. So here the first name got failed. Likewise. And here, since it's a not soft asset, once it's failed, it doesn't check the last name. So I correct the first name. And now let's see whether the last name fails. Here you can see there's a difference. Likewise, we can do for post. So for post, we need a request body. So I'm creating a JSON object. So you can remember I took the dependency JSON simple dependency in my POM XML file. That's because to create a JSON object. There are many ways you can get the request body by creating a hash map and convert it to a JSON string and passing into the JSON body. Likewise, like this map, creating a map, and it can be the key value pairs, and you can put for key I accept only string values for key, and for value I need to accept integer, double, float, anything. So I will put object, which is the highest level of data types in Java. And then maps, I will get to a maps and new hash map. So I will import this map class, and under maps, so the maps dot put. Likewise, I can put my key values. So the key should be a string. And I can put strings for value. Likewise, I can put age, which is an integer. It's accept since I put object. And likewise, we can put a double also. Let's see here the double value. So likewise, we can put a map, and this maps we can pass it into a JSON object. Likewise, like this. So once you create a JSON object, it automatically creates this map. So likewise, and there's another way we does not need to create a hash map. We can create a JSON object and directly assign the key values for that JSON object. Like this, put, and we can put likewise name, likewise, and now let's go to the post request. Here creating a user. So the response is 201, and you can see a request body here. This is the request body, and this is the request URI. So I will copy this. I will assign that request URI on the base URI. Then I'm using given keyword dot headers. So I will copy this. I need up to here. And after that, I need under given, I need the body, request body. So I will type body, and here you can see the JSON object. I will copy this one, paste here, and I need to convert into a JSON string. To JSON string, then given, then when. On the when, it's a post request. So we call the post URI. On the URI, we can put this part. So I will cut this part and paste under here, and then keyword, so then keyword dot status code, since it's a create one, I use C201, and then I will asset, I will log the response first before asserting. Here you can see I have created this one, name Gihan and job is QB. So this is the response. So I need to assert. You put into the JSON path finder the response and click on beautify, and here I need to assert the name. So you copy the name. This is the JSON path. So under you can then you can do the assert. So here I will add assert to assert that dot body, and here I need to give the JSON path, which is the name, comma, and equal to from hand crystal, equal to, and I will put the name, plus I need to assert the name and job, body, open brackets, equal to, now let's run and see whether it's passing. So it's passing. If I change the name and run it again, you will get a assert failed. Here you can see there's a difference between the name. Likewise, I will show you the fetch, which is similar to create. So only difference is you need to change the, I'll show you. patch. For the patch also, we have a request body, so we need the JSON object. Let's assume I'm changing my name to just a different name, and I'm changing my job as well. And then instead of create, let's see under patch. Under patch, you can see it's 200 status code, and you can change the create to OK, and here you can asset. I will change the assets, and let's check the URI. So this is the URI. I'm changing the second user ID. So just copy the URI, and under URI you can paste here, and I will cut this part, and I will paste it under here, and it's a patch. So let's run and see whether it's passing. There's a error. So I have missed the curly bracket. Here you can see patch is passing and it's getting 200. Okay, and you can see the name and job has changed for the ID number 2. Likewise, put also similar. Put also similar. The only difference is same as patch. Only difference is here instead of patch you need to put keyword. Let's do it. I will get a copy of this, paste it, and I will change here the method put, and so I am changing the name, and I'm changing the assets also, so it will change the, since the URI also same as patch for put, if you can see here same URI. Here you can see it's passing and it's getting 200 for put also, and you can see here name and job has been changed. And I will do the delete. For delete there's no request body, so no need the JSON object. So I will take a copy here and yes, here for delete the user I will remove this JSON object, no need, and I will remove the JSON, this part I will remove, and instead of put I will put delete, and I need to get the delete URI. So let's go here, this is the delete, and you can copy this one. So I'm deleting the ID number 2. So it's similar. Users number 2. Okay, then instead of OK, I will change my status code to delete. And so since it's a delete, there's no response body, just only the status code 204. So I will remove this assets that these I don't need. I just want only the status code, and let's run and see. Here you can see 204 for delete, and you can see since it's there's no response body, there's nothing to print here. So that's all for today. Hope you understood the session, and if you have any questions, please comment below, and have a nice day. Thank you very much.